Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Double Feature Podcast. You guys already know what we're here to do, but before we get into the latest and greatest in Peacemaker and this movie news that we just got, please do us a favor. Like the video, subscribe, click the bell, all of that. It helps us out a ton, gets us in the algorithm for people that watch this type of stuff, and maybe you guys will find out some stuff that you did not know. We had Peacemaker episode 4 just drop, and over the week we got some news, and just this morning there was a big thing that dropped. We'll discuss it later, obviously in this entire podcast episode. We got 3 topics that we're covering, and as always, you guys can always comment down below, ask us some stuff to talk about, put in some questions, literally anything. But we got some stuff to cover. And before we do, you guys can go ahead and look at the description. We got all our social links and stuff. So if you want to drop us a follow on social media or anything, that would be greatly appreciated. But for the first topic, we have Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 4. That just released. And we got to watch it. We're going to give you guys our
Peacemaker Thursdays, they call them.
Yeah, Peacemaker Thursdays. They just dropped episode 4, and if you have seen it, I assume you have, because why are you watching this? Spoiler warning. If you watched
don't care about spoilers.
Yeah, or that. Let us know your thoughts on this. But in this episode, we pick up right where we left off as Chris, enters back into the DCU universe in his home. But as the last episode ended, Argus is on their way. So John Economist and all of Argus are on their way, and he's trying to warn Peacemaker to not be here. They're coming after him. Like, they're going to lock him up. They're going to grab Eagly, all this stuff. And in the meantime of all of this, we have 𝙖𝙀𝙚 and like Judo Master and all of them in the truck kind of bickering back and forth as they're on their way. John is trying to stall as much time as possible. But that's where we left off. That's where we're going in. But the episode starts with kind of this lore of the 𝙎𝑐. And I remember you asked me...
𝙎𝑐?
It's called like remember he's like the quantum unfolding chamber or something like that. But I just say 𝙎𝑐 because I don't even know. I don't even remember what it's really called. But you said this, I think, in the episode 1 recap where we talked about how what just happened? Oh, I hate when it does that. I think you talked about it earlier when we were covering the first episode, was how Peacemaker's dad was able to get this interdimensional tech, because we talked about how Lex Luthor was able to obviously access something similar, but Lex Luthor is the smartest man in the DC universe. And you questioned, is Peacemaker's dad that smart? No. No. So the way they got it, was through an alien that was on their way back to the portal, and they accessed the portal container, or I'm just gonna call it a teleporter because it really just takes the portal wherever it wants it to go. But yeah, they have that, and they find out this door.
Do they ever explain it?
Explain what?
Do they ever explain what that thing does?
Well,
I mean, I get you don't need it explained because it makes a portal, but do they ever explain what it does? Like if it just makes a portal or transfers a portal, or
it clearly transfers the portal because the later in the episode
But it could be a case. It could be a case that's not transferring it, and it could only just be one portal opening at a time.
But
do you know what I'm saying?
But the doorway, or I should say the actual portal in Peacemaker's house, disappeared.
Is it like the same? Is it the same?
Obviously, if that disappeared when he opened the new one, it disappeared. I mean, I guess you could be right where Peacemaker did say there's 99 universes. So is there always just 99? So if you move it, one goes away. I guess you could say that, but I don't. No. But yeah, that's how they get it. They find this alien. who looks crazy. Like, he looks like Kermit the Frog. Like, he's out there just like getting his guts absolutely cooked by Peacemaker's dad. And that's how they get the QUC and how he was able to access this kind of stuff. And that was interesting. And then we catch up, obviously. John Economist and them are on their way.
Wait. Before you go on, I gotta say it.
What's up?
The intro music cutting off the scene and coming in has been kind of jarring.
It doesn't cut off
like the
scene.
Last couple of episodes. Not cut off, but like it just comes in like out of nowhere, and it's like I feel like it's been very jarring the past couple episodes.
I don't find it jarring because I guess I'm expecting it.
That's like low key serious, like this one and the last one with like Rick Flag talking about Peacemaker stuff like that. Like you got like some serious moments, and then out of nowhere, it's like this like hard rock song, and like I don't know. To me, it's just a little bit jarring. Like
that's
I was transitioning to them, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that.
That's
By the way, those of you that are talking about this season's intro dance number or whatever
being so good,
being
I
anywhere
love the
near
way
as good
he's
as the
weaved
first
in
one.
these multiversal.
You're dick riding,
no,
and you're completely
it genuinely
lying,
gets better. And this one was newer. The first season, Judo Master's in this one, and it's like newer. And it's like different takes. I love the attention to detail in these dance intros. Like there's always like these little things that you notice after every episode. And yeah, I just love how they used all these like alternate variants. I love the moment where like him and Hardcore like caress each other and they split, and then Hardcore comes in, no cut. Like it was such a good visual effect, but so seamless.
Skip intro.
It's so good.
Skip intro.
I love it. I love the song. I love the song more. It doesn't get me as hype as the first season.
I don't like the song at all.
That first season,
the song feels so like overly heavy-handed 80s Breakfast Club. I don't know. I don't really vibe with it. I just don't really vibe with it.
There's a lot of different things that you just.
It just has that like family. Like I don't know. I don't really vibe with it. I don't know.
You'll never guess what this show's about. Anyways,
it's not.
We catch up.
It's not really.
We catch up with Peacemaker. John Economist is stalling for him, and in the meantime, Peacemaker's on his way to.
By the way, so noticeable the way he's texting. So goofily noticeable. He's like,
he's trying his best, and they're after him. Red St. Wild's sitting here like, chomping at the bit to kill an eagle and all this, but. During this, Peacemaker is kind of retreating. I want to assume that it's the house that he used to live in, because when they killed the alien earlier in the episode, it was like in the middle of the woods. And so that's where this house was. It was literally in the middle of the woods. So I assume, maybe it was near there or something, but he's going to retreat to this house that seemed abandoned for quite a while. It's broken down. It's falling apart basically. Yeah. He goes with the container that they got that was shown earlier to move this portal. And in the meantime of all this, obviously John Economist is doing his best to give Peacemaker his time. Peacemaker calls out 𝙭on his way. He's trying to get all the stuff handled as quick as possible. But, tells
Vigilante to go fetch some doors.
He tells Vigilante to get a door. And Vigilante comes in, which I know I've said this we're 4 episodes in. We're 4 episodes in. If I don't see Vigilante in a suit within the next 2, I'm going to lose it. I'm not even going to lie.
What's crazy about the way we're talking about these episodes? There's so little happening that we end up talking through the plot in like a span of
it's a recap.
2 minutes.
I mean, it's a 30-minute episode.
I feel like that's the reality, though. I feel like the reality is there is just so little happening.
Yes, and that's okay.
I won't say so little happening story-wise. I think there's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of things happening, but like the story isn't moving like
I can understand that. Yeah.
It's kind of holding.
Yeah, but Peacemaker, just in time gets this portal opened, and
just in the nick of time.
As always, he gets this portal open, and mission complete, right? Mission complete. They go and check his house and there's nothing there, right? You don't gotta look for him anymore. No, no, no. Rick Flag has an agenda. So what he goes and does, and this is really interesting to me because in hindsight, when you step back and look at the events that have occurred in this show, what Rick Flag ends up doing with Amelia Harcourt's character is completely logical and is a conclusion that we all kind of should have got to. Like, all of us could easily think, oh, Amelia Harcourt's just going to work for Argus and go find Peacemaker. But none of us did. But it's so obvious. It's so logical. And so that's what they do. Rick Flag goes up to her. Well, first we catch up to her and she's still beating ass. She's still taking out her aggressions because she literally can't get a job. And so Rick Flag goes over there and at first, they have a little talk about like their past and Ricky, he calls Rick Flag Jr. Ricky and all this stuff. But then he approaches her with the job. You gotta get Chris and you'll be in the good graces of all the agencies. You'll be able to work for Argus. And there's a double-ended sword. Or a double-edged sword. Because obviously Harcourt cares for Chris. And she's, his friend. But Chris has also done something very bad to someone that, she liked. And also she wants to keep a roof over her head. So like it's a really kind of I guess like it's a tough situation. She's kind of forced, to be honest. Like there's really no choice she has in the matter unless she wants to end up homeless and broke. Like I don't really like she really doesn't have anything, but she's on her way. The episode ends with them, deciding on a location to meet, and you get Argus in all these casual clothes in the most unsubtle, like they're all standing in the same spot, like so unsubtly. But that's where it ends. Super these last two episodes, just huge cliffhangers. But yeah, that was a recap. But as for the review, I guess I'll let you give your thoughts on the episode. Then I'll go ahead and give my thoughts. What did you think of Peacemaker episode 4?
I thought Peacemaker episode 4 was boring as shit. I thought nothing was happening. I thought the intro was kind of cool with them finding the whole alien thing and this and that. But there just wasn't anything really happening. The different like comedic bits throughout.
I forgot to mention.
I don't know.
Hold on. Hold your thought. I forgot to mention one more thing. 𝙁𝙀𝙚 has mystical powers, and he is tracking 𝙎𝙆𝙆𝙆. He's like, basically, he wants his ones. He wants to run his ones. Forgot to mention that, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I just felt like there's especially just throughout this episode alone, tons of plot conveniences that you can point out. Whether it's Economos slyly texting Peacemaker. Whether it's Economos taking his time with the keypad thing really dumb and everybody just watching him take his time, whether it's the portal thing at the exact moment that they put it, whether it's 𝙁𝙀𝙚𝙚 just doing a random seminar and knowing where Eagle is out of all the Eagles in the world. Look, this episode was boring. There's too many plot conveniences for me. I don't know if I'm growing out of James Gunn's comedy, but the comedy is becoming exhausting. Like it's becoming almost like tired, like to the point where it's almost making the episode feel more boring than it actually probably is. Yeah, I just need the parts to start moving a little bit more. Like once they do, I feel like that's the most interesting the show gets. The Amelia Harcourt Rick Flag stuff. Like that's when stuff really was moving. That was the most interesting part of the episode. And then it kind of just like comes to a standstill. And I feel like we just need to like do that. Like we need to be on like at some point in one of these episodes, because I don't know how many are left. Maybe like 4 or 5. Maybe like 4. I think it's supposed to be 8. Yeah, I just feel like at some point in one of these episodes, like shit has to start moving. Because right now I don't know, everything kind of feels like in limbo right now. Like John Cena's just going places and going into a different universe, and his friends are showing up whenever he needs them. And it doesn't feel like anything's flowing properly for me. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, it's not like the worst thing ever. I'm just, so far, I'm not hit with that, like, I'm not hit with that like kind of cleverness that I felt watching the first season.
You didn't. You've
Like I
never
felt
brought
like there
this up,
was
but I'm glad you want to
I
say
I
this now. You called the
yeah,
show
I feel
mid.
like I
You
have to
called the
say it
first
now.
season mid. That's what you did. You called the first season mid. It's
I
okay.
I'm not I don't think I ever called the first season mid. If anything, I'm pretty sure every time I've talked about Peacemaker, I've said I've liked it quite a bit, especially for what it is. But you know, that's
What
neither
is
here nor there.
that?
I
For
think if you
what it
compare it to
is, what is
shows,
that?
I think if you for what it is, like a comic book show, I think if you compare it to regular shows, it's not very good. It's pretty mid. But anyways, my point is this. I'm
Disagreement.
not getting the feeling of like the cleverness that I felt in the first season when it's like when you watch The Boys and you're like, you know, there's an itch that the boy scratches. Like there was an
I don't
itch
think
that
there
Peacemaker
was
season
one. I don't
one
think
scratched for me.
that show scratches any itches anymore.
Not anymore, but I'm saying like what if somebody doesn't know what it is and they
I
come
guess.
across The Boys and start watching it, it's because it itches them. It scratches one of their itches. And I
Hmm.
feel like I had that with the first season of Peacemaker. Maybe it was just seeing the casting of John Cena as Peacemaker more often instead of like, you know, in a movie setting like with other side character where he's like a side character. Maybe that could have been the itch that was scratching. Maybe it could have been some of the shock factor of it all, like of James Gunn's comedy and these characters like Judo Master and stuff like that. But I'm just waiting on that feeling where it's like, okay, like this feels like I don't know. It just feels like a step down. And I'm even starting to feel shades of the kind of stuff I felt watching Creature Commandos story wise, where it wasn't very bad, but it just felt very boring because of how slow the story was moving and
Hmm.
the flow in which it was moving, the way that they, you know, wanted to tell those stories episode to episode. Yeah, I think it was a okay episode, just like most of this season's episodes. But yeah, these cliffhangers they keep falling on or they keep ending on. Um, I would like to see those cliffhangers like be utilized more effectively. I feel like a lot of times these cliffhangers, it ends on a cliffhanger and then the next episode picks up right off of it and like
Yeah, that's how the first
disperses
season
of
was.
that right, but it feels like it disperses of that cliffhanger so much faster. Like
I think it depends on the cliffhanger,
it
though.
sits with the cliffhanger and then like moves away from it in like a matter of like a couple minutes.
Bless you.
But
I
yeah,
disagree, though.
those are like
They were after
why
him the whole
I mean
episode.
yes, they're at and that's what I mean, right? The cliffhanger of the last episode was Frank Grillo going to get Peacemaker or whatnot,
Hmm.
and this episode it's kind of Peacemaker fleeing his house in like the first couple of minutes. And so that part
Yeah.
is resolved, right? He's away from them now.
Hmm.
Then it stretches that out.
Hmm.
Do you get where I'm going with this? Like it's almost like
Yeah.
it quickly does it, but then it doesn't move anywhere else quickly. Do
Hmm.
you get like, and that's kind of I feel like we're going through the motions. I feel like the show at points is almost pausing to have like a comedic like standoff between two
It's always been
characters.
that.
And and that stuff is in the first season, but I feel like it was a lot more tolerable in the first season because other things were happening. Whereas in these episodes, when that happens, it feels like time is like being wasted.
I
If
agree.
like I don't know, that's just me. Um, but yeah, I hope we get to see what happens next episode. Like you said, Vigilante not being in his suit. Very surprised at how little Vigilante we're getting. Like I'm kind of
To be
surprised at
fair,
how
there's no
much
real
more
reason he
Economos
would
we're
be in
getting.
this show, right?
I'm not
In
saying I
this,
want more, but I'm just
I
surprised
want
at like how
more.
much more Economos and how little Vigilante we're getting. Judo Masters in here, so that's always a good thing. I think that was the best little bit
He
too in the
fucking
episode
came
of
in
comedy
back flipping and
was
shit.
I think the best little bit of comedy in this episode was that back and forth between Judo Master and Economos because Judo Master's like stupid ass antics with the Cheetos and shit. It's just it's so good. It's so dumb and it's good. It's good. But yeah, I thought it was okay. I'm hoping that some of these episodes might start to pick up. Red Saint Wild, um, just feels so sloppily thrown into this plot. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It
I
feels
think you
like
want
they
an
just
origin for
shoved him.
everything.
I don't need an origin,
Then
but
what?
there's a
Then
difference
what is? What about
between
this feels
introduction and just hey,
random?
Red Saint Wild is here. That's what happened. Red Saint
Yeah,
Wild didn't get introduced. He just
yeah,
popped in here.
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I need things to flow a bit better. It feels like that feels sloppily and hastily. Like
To me, it's
put
like
into the plot. To
Metamorpho and
me,
Superman.
to me.
It's like this is a lived-in universe where this stuff happens and people know who to call and
Okay,
all this stuff. But I get what you're saying.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm not
think
the
this
biggest fan of
episode.
Mr. Plot Device in Superman either, so
I didn't think.
I don't know.
Who's the plot device?
Metamorph.
Plot
He's literally just a
device.
plot device. He is merely just a plot device. Merely just a plot device. That's okay. But and it's a little bit more tolerable in Superman because he has more to do. There's a bit more depth there. 𝙁𝙀𝙚 just feels like shoved in, like because Michael Rooker is like the homie. Like I don't know, like it feels like there's no real reason for his character other than we need you to kill _𝙁. But it's like, shouldn't Argus be able to do that without
Obviously
𝙁𝙀𝙚?
not.
Like I'm sorry,
They went
_𝙁.
after
It's
him.
not like _𝙁. It's not like _𝙁 is out here doing astral projections like Mr. 𝙁𝙀𝙚 and shit, and using magic to where you need somebody like 𝙁𝙀𝙚. No,
No, but
that's not what's
Eagly
happening.
obviously just took down like
Like
8
I don't.
people in a house.
Yeah, because those 8 people are also really fucking dumb. It's something that I'm not really liking.
They're
Is
not.
like the art is Frank Grillo, for example. John Cena is able to just run out of his house.
Mm-hmm. He ran out the back.
When Frank Grillo's pulling up, I feel like a real Argus corporation like that would have like drones on the house before he even gets there, to where that doesn't even happen. But
is it kind of the
it's
point
a comedy,
to be
it's a super
under the radar
comedic,
though?
like I don't know, is it?
Like I don't think they want to
alert
Peacemaker that they're coming. Like I don't think that was that.
I don't know if they want to. I don't think they want to lure him, but it just feels like they're not taking the proper steps to find him.
Sure.
It feels like they're just hoping they go here and he's there, or they like I don't know, like. But
I guess,
yeah,
I can see that.
Okay, episode. I just needed to pick up a little because there are interesting things, and there's 4 episodes left. I wonder if those 4 episodes will balance that out, or if it'll end up like feeling like mad rush or whatnot. Like I just needed to flow a little bit better. It's not giving me that like first season like almost binge worthy like show, like, but
I disagree.
I mean,
I was gonna get to that. I think it's the opposite where
you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
I think it's the opposite where a lot of people this show right now, this season, now take this with a grain of salt because the people that got to watch this early only got to see the first 5 episodes. So after next week, we're all in the dark here. But this show has a higher rating than the first season. And so far, I'm not sure why.
I don't know why, by the way.
But as I step back and understand that they got to watch 5 episodes back to back to back to back to back to back, this works much better like that. This doesn't work as well as season 1 did weekly, because I think season 1, number 1, the episodes were much longer. They were like 10, 15 minutes longer. And it was like every episode was a cliffhanger. So like you were like clawing for each week. Whereas
some of these episodes are kind of like,
they're really short.
Some of these episodes are a lot 30 longer than other episodes. Like some of these episodes are like weirdly short, and then others are like weirdly long. It's weird. It's like a 52-minute episode.
They're all within
like a
32-minute
episode. I don't know. But
no, but yeah.
I mean, I actually had the same question because I was like thinking in my head. I was like, can these reviewers stuff change? Because like 5 episodes in, I feel like this is
4 episodes
levels below the first.
Here's what I will say. Let me stop you right there.
The prediction of the 5th episode, I feel like this is levels below the first.
I think Peacemaker season 1 was a much better week-to-week event show. It was.
I get what you're saying. About the binging. I get
this show right now. This show is better. Like this show is doing way more with their characters than the first season. And it's, if you actually look at what's interesting about this show, the first season really was just the butterflies. Really, that's it. Like Peacemaker's journey was interesting.
The culmination of the 11th and whatnot.
Yes.
That was those were the character the way you're getting character journeys in this season with Amelia Harcourt, and those were the character journeys last season with Vigilante and Amelia and Adebayo.
A little bit. They were kind of.
I feel like those journeys were a lot clearer too. Whereas Economos in this
season
I
disagree.
Just the guy in the chair. And Adebayo is just kind of the same character.
Economos was never
there
changed.
to ground Peacemaker and stuff like that. I think Amelia Harcourt is the only one that really Amelia Harcourt and obviously Peacemaker are the only ones that really have like real depth and like character dynamics that are like moving the story and like doing something with them. I don't know. Maybe that's
I could see that. I just think like when I think back to what I found so interesting about the first season, I wouldn't particularly say it was like that many things outside of the butterflies and Peacemaker. Obviously, like I loved Vigilante, I loved the Judo Master, I loved the 11th Street Kids, but I wouldn't particularly say I was interested in their stories. Whereas here, I'm interested in Peacemaker going to the other universe, in Hardcore, in this whole like dimensional like stuff and Argus's like interjection into John Economist's life, but how that affects Peacemaker. Like everything is moving far more like out of I don't want to say emotion, but there's a motive for every single thing. Whereas in the first season, it was kind of a mission. You know, it was like, you got to do this. Whereas here, it's like 𝙁𝙗𝙚 going after 𝙎𝙬𝘢 because 𝙎𝙬𢢢 fucked up Argus. And Argus is after Peacemaker because Peacemaker has a rift. But that's actually Rick Flagg's excuse. Like, everything's kind of more interesting. And I do think if I got to watch just five, well, so far we've only seen four. So I'm going to just say if I got to watch these first four like that and not wait a week, I'd probably be on a high. And that's probably why the critics were very high on it. Because, like, it is bigger. There's like,
I just don't even think there's a lot of good that's happening in the show. I think
it's a bit too early.
There's a lot of bad. I don't think there's a lot of bad either. I just don't think there's a lot of good to where somebody could watch these first four episodes and be that high on it, especially.
Well, you got to remember
when you take
Rotten Tomatoes is aggregated.
The first season, I really do feel like this is levels below the first season, and maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I need to watch the first season again. But
I think the only thing the first season's doing like in terms of first four episodes, I think the only thing the first season does better to me is like the soundtrack and some of the action. Some of the action in the first season was. I remember. I don't remember if it was episode 4, but like the gorilla stuff that was cool. But like that's really it.
Yeah, there actually hasn't been a lot of action this season. I think the only action that you have is the 𝙎𝙬𝘢 fight, Peacemaker fighting the guys in the other universe, and then Peacemaker fighting himself. I think those are the only action sequences we've got so far. And the Amelia Harcourt one at the bar, which, by the way, the Amelia Harcourt intro in this episode with her just fighting dudes at the bar. It's like we can do better than that. I don't know. I just feel
she
like
has
we
nothing
can do.
else to do. She's taken out her aggressions.
Yeah.
She has she has no purpose right now. And I'll say just judging off the first 4 episodes, I guess I could see why everyone's kind of like would come out of the premiere or whatever on a high, and like it is also aggregated. And you know, the first season of Peacemaker, I guess, had no expectations, so there might have been more people that were put off by it being rated R and like very comedic and like all this stuff, whereas with the second season, that's expected. So I'd imagine the people watching the second season want that or are okay with that now. So I don't know. But as for what I thought about this episode, I thought it was good. I do think it's like the second weakest behind episode 2. I will say, people, if you didn't like the episode, that's all right. You don't got to like the episode. But an episode's quality is not gauged on how much happens. If you've ever seen episodic television with more than 15 episodes, this is very normal. It just depends on if you
really
like
good
it.
Episodic television.
Yeah, it just depends on if you like it.
It's normal and doesn't feel as bad. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is bad. I don't think this.
I don't think it's bad. I just think it feels bad. It feels like not a chore, but it just feels like I'm going through the motions watching this show. Like it does. I've watched shows where it's moving slow and there's a ton of filler, but at the same time, I've watched shows that do that, and I still feel good watching the show, and I'm still like, can't wait to see the next episode or whatnot. I just feel like a lot of times throughout these episodes, I'm just like,
I do think it's getting heavily hindered by its runtime. Like if this episode was like 15 minutes longer, yes, I think if this episode was the same,
I was gonna say,
but 15 minutes longer, I think we all would have been. Yeah, I think we all would have been more fine.
I agree.
But it's the fact that it's short and there's not much happening. So that combination is like, your mileage may vary on how much
feels like
you got to be very. Yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
very entertained. If you're not with this episode, or like you really are right in the energy on this episode
I
or
need the
something.
TikTok version of Peacemaker, I guess. I guess I'm already TikTok brain.
I
I need
do
the
think
TikTok version.
now, I can't speak for like how this season will end or if Gunn will stick the landing for this, but if he does, I do think this will end up being more bingeable than the first season because of the run times, because
I was gonna
it's
say
I
it's
could see
shorter
it being
already,
more
so
like you can just get through that. But yeah, I liked it. I still prefer episodes 1 and 3. 3 was so
yeah, I
great.
think
Like
those are
after
still the
rewatching
best
3,
episodes.
that's
Yeah.
my favorite episode. Like,
I think
um,
3 is the strongest. I think yeah, same one would come behind it too, then this one probably.
I like this one more than 2, but yeah, it's we're fluctuating, but I enjoyed it. Can't wait for next week. I don't even know if they drop or
I
they
don't
did
know
drop
what's
a
happening
trailer,
next
but
week.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
watch those little like
They
those
show
little like
nothing. They literally show like
next week.
3 new shots, but it'll be like this what happened in this episode. Like it'll be like mostly made up of, and it's super short. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, after next week, as I said before, we're all gonna be in the dark, folks. All the critics, everyone, unless you're, I don't know, you worked on Peacemaker or something, you got all 8 episodes early. No one knows what happens in
Maybe
6,
the
7, and
critics
8.
got
Really.
swayed by episode 5. Maybe they were just like me in the first 4 episodes, and then episode 5
Just dropped a nuke or
they turned
something.
on episode
Episode
5,
5 is
and they were like,
actually
I get it now. Like
Episode
maybe
5
maybe
is
that's
a
what happened.
minute
I don't know.
shorter than this episode. So I'm curious where this goes and
Oh
like what
really?
they do in that episode, to where James Gunn has talked, 6, 7, and 8 or whatever, or like some stuff happens in those. So I'm curious. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. You guys tell us in the comments below what you guys all thought about this episode of Peacemaker and all that. Yeah, do us a favor and like, subscribe, all that stuff. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move into this next topic, which is a new announcement this morning that just happened. Very special stuff. I did hear something about this happening last night. I was curious whether it was gonna happen, and it happened today. Was it Nintendo Direct that was today?
I don't think so. I think they just revealed this thing.
No, there was a bunch of
I
Nintendo
don't.
stuff. They showed
I don't.
a new Yoshi
I feel like
game. There was like,
I feel like I would have seen that somewhere. Maybe it was today. Maybe it was today. Yeah, it was. It was.
okay, so yeah, Nintendo Direct was today, and they announced Super Mario Galaxy, which, not
When we
sure.
get the Paper Mario trilogy to end off
I'm
the
not
trilogy.
sure how. I didn't expect this. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think anybody
the first
did.
thing I expected was like a Luigi movie, like first before we go into Galaxy and these other Super Mario extensions. And so I'm curious how exactly they're gonna do this. But they
When
announced
I
Super Mario
heard the
Galaxy.
rumblings yesterday of like the next Mario movie is going to be Mario Galaxy, I thought they were talking about the third one. I did not think they were talking about
The sequel?
this one. And then I
Yeah.
saw like one of these like rumor accounts post like, oh yeah, by the way, that Mario Galaxy stuff, yeah, there would be like a little teaser tomorrow for it. And I was like, what? I was like this
And then
feels
it says
so out of the blue.
Didn't it say
like,
April 2026 or something like that?
I didn't even see the release date.
Bro, yes, I was like, what?
I mean, the animation looked really good for just a teaser.
No, but I was like,
so
they've recorded their voices already? Like I was like
Yeah,
kind of shocked.
that
Hold
could
on,
be the
let me
case.
make sure. Let me make sure because
it's
I do remember seeing
shocking to me because not only is this, I mean, when was the Super Mario Bros. Movie? Was that 2023?
it. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
2023. So
Yes.
that'll be 3 years.
It'll be released April 3rd, 2026. That's so
Okay.
soon.
So that'll be 3 years since the first movie. And what I think it is it feels sooner than it actually is. I think they started working on this movie like
yeah.
almost like
Are
immediately.
you saying it feels sooner
I think
because they
very
announced
early
it
on-
this close?
Because they announced it very early. They announced it this close. They announced it very early, and very early on, this movie was the first movie was doing really well. Like it was,
Yeah.
you
they
could
were gonna,
you could just tell it was gonna
they were on the green line.
like it
train.
wasn't
They
no
were going.
Fantastic Four or Superman situation where it's like fluctuating number. No, it was like you can tell. Like, but I think because of that, and then like not getting anything in the news cycle for like a year, like for quite a while. I think that's what makes it feel like it's so out of nowhere. But I actually think like they started working on it pretty much right away, and I could imagine they probably got the voice work done either this year or like last year. Like I would not be surprised if it was done last year
Yeah,
too.
probably.
But when I tell you, bro, look, let me. This is a good teaser because they didn't show too much. I think they could have easily showed a lot. Super Mario Galaxy. I mean, you can
That's
do some
true.
things visually. You can really
Wait,
show
I
some
wonder
things.
how
I think.
early the trailer will be.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
the
trailer could
first
come in
trailer, it could
December.
come
I
soon.
think the trailer could come in
December.
December.
This trailer
Yeah.
might
Oh no, before that, obviously, but I'm
bro.
just
This
saying,
trailer
like
could come
by
before
December, easy. Like,
Thanksgiving. Like,
yeah, I could imagine this trailer
what
comes
if it's attached
around
to? Are there
Thanksgiving
any
or
big
around
movies
Halloween
coming out in the
time.
next month or two?
I mean,
Is
I don't know
anything?
about. I mean, because
Who is
you
it?
think it would come
Illumination? Is
out.
that Universal? Does Universal have anything?
I don't know. I don't think is Predator Badlands universe. No, that's
No,
Fox.
that's Disney.
Yeah, I don't know, but look, I think they showed just enough. I think it's a good tease for what's to come. I think a lot of people are going to be pretty excited. I think a lot of people are going to be pretty shocked that like it's Super Mario Galaxy
This
this
thing's gonna
quick.
print money. This thing's gonna actually
But
print money.
this is gonna make so much money. The
It
visuals of this thing
is.
are probably gonna look so good. Because let me tell you, watching
That's
that
very
first Super
true.
Mario Bros. Movie in IMAX, it visually looks so good. I mean, it's Illumination, so they know what they're doing animation wise. But the world of Mario, putting that into the big screen in this like CGI animated format, it just looks so good. And Galaxy was one of the games growing up that like really sparked my interest in Mario because it
Hmm.
it, it was like it was so visually distinct. So
It
was
opened the
Mario
world. It
64,
opened you
but
to
it
a
had yeah,
world.
it was so new. The play style was so different, and like it was just this little star. I forgot the little
The
star that followed
star,
you around his name.
Rosalina,
Like,
my goat. Is she gonna
dude, yeah,
show
yeah,
up in
Rosalie, like
here?
that's what really got me into like Mario and like thinking like it was actually cool. Where before I was like, this is like some niche like 8-bit fucking
Hmm.
unk
We played Super
geriatric
Mario Bros.
game.
So much.
Like, yeah, like that's what did it for me. So I can't wait to see how they visualize these things. And like, I think it's gonna be pretty hype. Chris Pratt as Mario though, brother. I mean, like
Generational
Chris Pratt as
casting.
Mario. That is a casting that is going to live in infamy because once that first trailer drops and Mario's talks,
It's
everybody
gonna
is going
happen
to be
again.
like,
It's gonna happen
"Shit,
again.
I forgot Chris Pratt was Mario." Shit. So I mean, I don't really care because I like the first movie and I love Super Mario Galaxy, so I can't wait for this. But yeah, it was a pretty cool surprise this morning.
Yeah, I was delighted, and then the tease they showed, the music was so Galaxy esque.
So
It was
magical
so
and
and that's one of
like
the things
starry
also
and
playing Super Mario. You know, a lot of the music in the Mario games is just very upbeat, very quick tempo. It's light on its feet, and Galaxy was like the first game that like
it's like
it
open
felt so
sounding, like just
breathtaking and
slow
yes,
and
it was beautiful.
gravity.
It
Like,
was beautiful, and I loved it.
yeah.
And yeah, the music they put in this teaser gave me so much vibes of that. Illumination, don't fuck it up with a bunch of pop tracks that you put in all of your animated movies. You
Please
did it
do
in the
not do
first
that.
one. I accepted it. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. It was a Mario and then Guardians. It was a good year for the Beastie Boys. Good year. Mario Galaxy doesn't
Just
need
don't
that.
use a lot. Just don't use a lot because I
Yeah.
do like
Limit yourself.
the way
Limit
they
yourself.
introduce they interjected the regular Mario theme into the first movie and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I did like that.
You got some
But
original
with this
songs. You got Jack Black
With
coming back.
Galaxy, I feel like the reason they did that was because they needed to make it feel a bit more theatrical and not like you're just slapping the Mario music onto the movie.
Hmm.
And I think with Galaxy, it's actually different in that you can actually do that because the music in Galaxy is
Is
actually
very
like
cinematic.
it,
It's
it
so
it's very cinematic. And so I
yeah.
feel like they don't even like I could imagine like hearing straight Galaxy tracks like in this
I
movie.
really
I
hope
hope this
so.
one is a bit more for the diehards too. I'm sure it probably will be since it's Super Mario Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that's gonna send us all into fan speculatory like territory, and like you're gonna see a bunch of videos left and right
I
on like
fully
this
expect
track isn't. I don't know.
Luigi to have some sort of post credit scene in this in this movie. I
Yeah, if
fully
this movie bangs,
didn't
expect
the
the
first one
Luigi's Mansion spin-off on
didn't the first one
Peacock.
have a
Like
like
I
tease
would
at that?
not. I think the first one had like a little nod to it, like
Wasn't
Luigi
it a
being
credit
scared
scene
or
where he
something.
yeah
Like
where you no like
I don't know if it was the credits. I don't know about
I'm
that.
pretty sure he like walked straight up
I don't
into a
really.
mansion. I could be wrong.
I don't really.
Let's look this up
I
real quick.
I don't really remember, but yeah, I would not be surprised if like, okay, this movie's probably gonna do better than the first one if I had to guess. But I also would not be surprised if like they greenlight other things for like Peacock and whatnot. The way like Paramount started doing like the Knuckles show, I could imagine them doing like a Luigi's Mansion or Wario and Waluigi spinoff or something like that. Um, that's what I'm hoping for because you could really build something out with this. Like you just look at the animation and it just feels like its own world in the best way possible. Like I don't know. I can't wait. We just need to get Sonic in these movies. We need to find a way to get Sonic in these
Listen,
movies somehow,
that's what I
some way.
think the logical step is here is to clearly build up to a Super Smash. And number one, don't think Sonic can show up. That is Paramount.
Yeah, but there can always be deals made to where Sonic can show
money
up.
does
But you
talk.
got to get a percentage of money.
does
Yeah,
talk.
there's always deals to be made. I just want to see it. I want to see Mario, Luigi. I want to see Sonic in that world.
I
And
think
like,
we're building
I just
up
feel
to
like
a Super Smash Bros. Clearly, and
come on, I need it, bro. I need
that's
all
the
of
end
that,
game.
bro.
That's the end game,
That's
hopefully.
the end
but
game. And imagine if it's like epic as shit.
oh my
like it's
goodness.
not like Kitty and Illumination.
And we get like
it's
one takes of multiple characters. Mr. Game & Watch fucking
like,
grabbing his hammer and fucking. Oh my
this is
goodness.
Pig. The glove, the Mr. Hand, the big ass hand. I'm like, this is Pig. I don't know, bro. Like, I think we need it though.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this. Cannot wait. Obviously, the day that first trailer drops, y'all better expect the reaction.
We will be there.
Absolutely. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell us what you guys thought about this reveal of Super Mario Galaxy. But now we're on the third topic. Now we're on the last topic. And I don't know how true this is. We don't know if this is confirmed or if this is, I guess, solidified. But over the last couple of days, some Doctor Doom related stuff has been dropping. There's been a picture of some kind of concept art, him folding his arms, and then recently at a kind of investors meeting or something like that in Shanghai, they showed an entire projection kind of hologram of Doctor Doom.
It's just RDJ, by the way. It's just RDJ, his face, just tuxedo. It's just RDJ.
Yeah, you're seeing it on screen.
I'm sure
right
a lot
now.
of you would want that. I'm sure a lot of you would want that because it would make a lot of you right on Twitter and whatnot. But that's not what's happening. They just gave us a peak ass Doctor Doom look.
But doesn't that make you
brother.
wonder why you go with RDJ then?
It does, but at the same time, I think
we know why. But
marketing. I think marketing that's a strong perspective. I think if you have like some unknown casting as Doctor Doom, it's kind of hard to market that movie.
That's why
if you're not marketing
RDJ.
Doom himself. Right. And I think that makes sense. But at the same time, I don't think it's like what Twitter wants to think, where it's like we're gonna see RDJ more than we're gonna see Doom in his mask. I think we're gonna see a ton of
which
Doom
makes me wonder why do you cast
mask.
RDJ if you're just gonna.
I just told you because you need somebody to market it, and again, I think that they're working
RDJ
on something really cool in terms of Tony Stark's Iron Man and how he connects to being Doom. I think they're working on something really like something riveting, something that's gonna push boundaries for storytelling in these kinds of movies. I think that's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I'm sure you guys saw on the screen that the picture of him with his arms crossed. It seems like this is, by the way, new. This art is new. It has not been found posted anywhere before. It is not fan art. It is none of that. It was new when it dropped.
Is that like confirmed?
Yeah.
Or is it just nobody can find it? Or is it just nobody?
Yeah, people were reverse imaging it, and they could not find a trace of this anywhere else other than the day it dropped. And yeah, the design looks great. I mean, I was not never a fan because I guess I always pictured Doom with the gold coins, the gold
The
blooms on his
clasps.
the gold clasps on his cape, but everything is silver and it looks
It
sick.
looks
It
so
what is it?
cool. It's
It
like the chainmail.
it looks kind
It's
of
okay.
it's giving
Let's get one thing out the
it's
way.
giving platinum. It's giving
Let's get one thing out the way.
what the
That shit
hell?
is true. Baby Franklin is 100% being utilized by Doctor Doom. Let's get one thing out the way. Seeing the chainmail, bro, that shit is so peak. Seeing the like chainmail,
Yeah, I like
and like
the chainmail,
the different inscriptions in his clasps and like just all of that, bro. To me, that concept art was 100% factualities. The concept art of like the is this not superior? It's a certain version of Doctor Doom. I don't know why it's slipping my mind, but it's a certain version of
God
Doctor
Emperor?
Doom. Yeah, God Emperor Doom. Yeah, it's God Emperor Doom sitting on a throne with baby Franklin next to him. But let me tell you something. He ain't a baby in that concept art. Okay, and Franklin is clearly like a lot older in that concept art, and there have been rumors and already like damn near confirmed that they've done castings for a Franklin between the ages of like 11 and 14. Bro, when you tell me that, I think Doom is gonna be on some like medieval stuff. Then you get the light show stuff. Look, maybe
yeah,
I'm
let me
looking
explain
too
this.
hard.
Let me explain this.
Go ahead.
Because I tweeted this immediately and it blew up because I guess no one. Well, this was very immediate, but no one seemed to point this out in this hologram projection. You see, they show Doctor Doom's face, and then they show his hands. His hands come out, and he like forms a ring, right?
He
forms a ring. He starts playing with it, and the ring's like, it's like pixelating and like being refigured and all of this. And then it like blows up into kind of sorcery magic. When you see kind of Doctor Strange do sorcery, and it's like, it's got those circles and they're moving like 3-dimensionally.
It's got those like geometric like lines that like cross with each other. Like,
but here's the thing.
Like,
here's how they're connecting all this. This is so interesting. So
really interesting, Doomsday. Wow, this is crazy.
Well, the way they're
I'm sorry, this
the
is
way
crazy.
the way they're connected. And I honestly I thought about this years ago. I'm pretty sure I tweeted about this years ago when Quantumania came out. But it seems like it's true. Now, I could be stretching because this was a very poor quality video and like it was hazy and all this. But it looked like when it came to the sorcery, the structure of it looked very Quantumania-esque. It looked very like Kang's technology from Quantumania.
Yeah.
But the ring looked like, obviously, one of the 10 rings. And obviously in that post-credit scene,
it started kind of doing the Aya Agamotto thing too, where like the eye like kind of starts, the inside starts spinning while the outside is like a like a spherical,
it's like a gyroscope.
It's like a gyrosphere kind of.
Yeah,
it kind of started doing that thing, bro. The goosebumps are already. Oh my
god!
Oh my god!
In the Shang-Chi post-credit scene, we got more, I guess, tidbits that the rings might be more ancient and have a past. And I wonder how this will connect, if this will have any connection. But it seems like Doctor Doom seems like he's after the rings. It seems like he might get the rings off of my boy. I mean,
I could imagine. You want to talk about the rings? There's another part in that same laser show where you see his hand go up like this, and then he kind of goes out like this. To me, that's got Gauntlet written all over it, bro. The way he slides through that shit, and the way he's standing, I'm like, bro, I can imagine him going for the Infinity Stone, for the Infinity Gauntlet, for the bangles. Even I could imagine him going for the I could imagine him just being like, I'm finna just tear all of y'all ass up and take all these remnants.
Yeah, there's a lot of
become that guy. Like,
there's a lot of space to play here. With so much history being in the MCU at this point, how many is it, over 50 counting the shows? Because we're at like almost 40 movies.
I remember they came out with something and was like, we overworked ourselves during COVID, and they came out with like 2 to 3 times more material in the last like 2-3 years than they had their entire lead up to Endgame or whatnot. And it was like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
There's been so much history in the MCU that they have a big sandbox to play in for Doctor Doom in terms of, I guess, what he can get for his power. I mean, you got, like you said, the Gauntlet, you got the Infinity Stones, you got the rings, you got the bangle from Kamala, you got He could even take Loki's power. He's holding the entire
Yeah.
time like line together right now. Like there
I
are
think that's what you're
things.
gonna see, and I think that would be a very interesting movie, as if you're seeing this real threat. I mean, like I'm talking like the moment he comes down, y'all better run the fuck away, because we just saw him like
Oh, we're
come
for
down on
sure
somebody and
getting
tear their ass up before.
a
I know
cold
we're getting
open.
like an
We're
Infinity
for
War.
sure
Yeah,
getting a
I
cold
know we're
open.
gonna get something
He's
like
gonna
that.
kill the
But
Council of Kings or
just,
something
I
like
need
that.
to see.
Watch.
I need to see it. And look, I know what you guys are wondering. Kels, how can it be God Emperor Doom just because the concept arts, when you're talking about this Doom art that just got released that doesn't have God Emperor Doom? Okay, in the same laser light show, I don't know if anybody noticed this because I haven't seen anybody talk about it. It flicks through like multiple different versions of Doom, sitting on a throne with multiple different outfits. With like
Oh,
he's
I
like
didn't
all
see that. I
gold,
didn't
he's
notice
like
that.
green, he's like damn near purple. I'm thinking, bro, he's gonna evolution. Like his outfit is going to evolutionize. He is going to go
I
through
think so.
different points
Yeah,
of
he
Doom.
should.
Like, for example, in Fantastic Four, I think that is his suit. I think that very cheap looking mask and cheap looking suit is his suit. I think that's very 60s in that world, so it fits. But I also think that that's gonna get the upgrade to maybe like the suit we just saw in this recent leaked art or whatever, and then it might move into like some gold armor, and then God Emperor. I think it's gonna evolutionize, bro. I can't wait for on. You got like a shot in the laser show of him like standing in front of something that almost looks like Vormir. It's I don't think it's Vormir, but it
I
almost
need to
looks
look
like
this up.
it's like this gigantic like tower. And I'm like, I could totally see Doom going to Vormir. For what? I don't know. But like I could totally see it, because I don't think he would go for like unless the Soul Stone is, you have to go back and do it once again. But yeah, I can't wait. The Franklin stuff,
Okay,
I
here it
think
is.
that's what I'm most interested in. Oh
In
yeah, and then
that,
you got that
yeah,
one. Go ahead, talk about it.
in that hologram, this is speculated a lot because obviously it's a very famous panel and people immediately jumped to this when everyone was thinking, how should they introduce Doctor Doom? Everyone was like, oh, he should hold the Thanos up and just disintegrate him and have his skeleton just in his hands. And in that hologram, Doom is doing that. In that hologram, he is straight up choking a skeleton.
Yeah,
someone just got decomposed.
I see there's people that think it's Thanos because the skeleton does kind of look big. Like it has like a big head, and like
yeah, you're right.
It looks pretty big. So I could imagine, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Thanos or King Thanos, right? I would not be surprised if that's King Thanos, and then in Secret Wars or whatnot, you see King Thanos pop back up, so it makes sense why he's in Doomsday. I could imagine, because I find it hard to believe Doom would just be doing that to like the regular Thanos. That wouldn't be that impressive because our Avengers beat the regular Thanos. So that wouldn't be that impressive to me. Yeah. But if it was like a King Thanos that looked like
did they though?
Then that's kind of impressive.
Did
I mean,
they
yeah,
though?
they kind of did. I mean,
they stopped them. They did not beat Thanos.
They kind of did in a way though. They kind of did. Like they found a way to stop him and whatnot. I don't know. I just think that would really give Doom some like that needed like loft of like, damn, like he's really that strong.
Maybe introduce us to a world where Thanos won and Doom goes over there and
I don't think it would be
up.
surprising if it was Kang either. Like I wouldn't be surprised if
he's for sure. He's for sure killing King and the whole council. Yeah, he has to. You can't introduce the Council of Kangs as like a big post-credit scene and like do nothing with that. Like, no, that's still big. Like that was still big. You gotta kill all those people off if you're going with Doom.
Yeah, I could imagine that being Kang, but there's just so many possibilities. In just this one little laser light show thing alone. Then you get the.
And what's crazy is this could not be connected to Doomsday literally at all.
Like, dude, listen. I am like a little whore. I am so easy. You play the Avengers theme music, and
that version they were playing was really good.
It was really good, and you could tell they were playing like a little bit different music in the beginning.
And it sounded like Doctor Doom had a theme.
Yeah, like in the beginning, it was like different.
Yes.
It was like it's a different tone. Let me tell you something that I haven't seen nobody point out. Some of that music in there, would not be surprised if that was done by Michael Giacchino, or if Michael Giacchino helped on this score, because some of it sounds straight up like Fantastic Four. Like straight up like Fantastic Four. That's something I've heard in there. So I would not be surprised at that. But yeah, like there's just so many possibilities. And I think if this laser light show has got us like doing this shit, and like I'm really intrigued. Like all it really takes is like that Avengers theme music, and then you see those little symbols at the end.
Bro, I said
The
this from the
Fantastic
very
Force. When I
beginning.
saw the X-Men symbol at the end, I was like,
Oh yeah, they were
dude, like
showing
it
all
really does
these
not take much,
symbols of
man.
like the
I was like,
titular characters
that
of
seeing
Marvel.
the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Black Panther, and X-Men symbols next to each other is like fucking insane to me. Like I saw
It
that and
was
I was just
crazy.
like,
I
that is a
saw
dream
it.
come true right there. That's something you're not going to be able to take away from fans, no matter how many times they want to get on Twitter and complain. That's a dream come true right
Exactly.
there.
I saw it
Like
and I
that's
was
what
like,
it
no
is.
Moon Knight logo. Said no one ever, but yeah, it has me very excited, and
I can't wait. The road to Doomsday is going to be great. I can't wait, dude.
yeah, I
Spider-Man.
think I said this literally when RDJ was announced as Doctor Doom. Everyone was like, not watching this movie. Oh, what are they doing? I'm like, guys, I hate this. Number one. Number two,
He hates it just as much as anybody else.
the second that trailer drops, I don't even listen. RDJ is Doom, whether you like it or not. Cool, leave it. I don't even care. The second they drop a trailer for this, and you see Shang-Chi stand next to Doctor Strange talking
It's
to
gonna feel different. You don't care about Shang-Chi right now.
Pedro
but you're gonna
Pascal's
care
Reed
about him
Richards.
when
It's not even
Elena's
about
calling him.
it,
Like,
it's not
something
even
like-
about caring. It's like, oh wait, they're together now. I gotta go see this.
It's different.
Like, stop.
It's
What are you?
different.
Stop acting like you're not gonna go see this movie. It's gonna make $2 billion. It's gonna print money. It's an Avengers movie. If there's anything the audience is only showing up for in terms of the MCU now, it's their event films. Think about the movies
And
that have
also,
grossed the most
not
money.
everybody thinks like Twitter. I would argue the majority
That
of
is
these boomers
obviously.
and everybody are hell excited for
Oh,
RDJ.
they're looking at
I would
RDJ.
argue that's the only reason they're interested in the movie.
Yeah. They're looking at RDJ like, oh yeah, he's coming back. They don't know who Doctor Doom is. They have no clue who Victor Von Doom is. They're just like, RDJ's coming back to play the villain? Oh, that's so poetic. Like, that's all that, yeah. This movie's going to print money, and this has me excited. I'm curious. I mean, I was always interested in, like, curious, what are they doing exactly?
What he was going to look like. I really want to see that now, though.
You would have to fuck up bad to fuck up a Dr. Doom design. I'm not gonna lie.
I get that, but dude, not only is this to me like the peak, like I haven't seen a Dr. Doom design or many that look better than this one, like straight up.
I gotta say first, the suit is quite complicated. I'm curious if he's gonna be CG. I am curious. There is a part of me that thinks he could be CG.
But I could imagine, like I was saying earlier, that version of the suit could be CG. But but one of the other versions are not. I could imagine, like I could just.
I think
imagine,
he'll have a practical suit, but maybe it'll be a Galactus situation.
Gonna fluctuate. I think his attire is gonna fluctuate. And one thing that's for certain though is I'm like waiting on the imminent reveal of him in the suit because after seeing those two things, I'm like I gotta see it. Like I understand, right? It could be a case where like it doesn't look exactly like that, but it looks something like that. But I just want to see it now. Now I really want to see the suit.
Yeah.
I really like just to get a gauge of like
when you see concept art, it's cool, but it's like, it's not proportional. It's not. It's art, and like we got the Spider-Man art, but then we saw Tom Holland walk outside in that motherfucker. Oh my goodness!
If there's any way to show to give somebody like a good reference of like the aura of Doctor Doom, bro, like that laser show is it, bro. Like the Avengers music behind it with him just like.
Well, I think the Avengers music
and like
results in it evokes feelings no matter when.
I can't wait to see the way that the magic is going to be utilized too. Like what?
Yeah, I'm curious how much of a sorcerer they may do.
Because like he did something in that laser show where I don't know if it was the 10 rings. But he like exploded something kind of like very Thanos-y. I think it was the same part where he put the whatever that thing was, what I think is a gauntlet. He like crushed it and then like turned into some kind of like magic and like
yes. What I was thinking that was I think he's pulling a Thanos where I feel like that's the mirror dimension. And it's
that's
like
what I was
breaking into
thinking. It was
shards, and
like
he's like sucking it in, and he's like, "That shit's nothing."
that's what I was thinking.
Let's get out of here.
That's what I was
What is
thinking.
this place?
But I'm like Doom in the cake. Like it just it's different when it's.
I need to see
like,
Doom flying.
I
with
need
the
to see
voice, with the presence. I need to see.
I need the reveal of this suit to be like imminent. Like I need it now. Like give it to us definitely by the end of the year. I think we'll have like a little teaser video or something by the end of the year. But I want to see that fucking suit now, dude. Great job, by the way, Disney. You're doing a good job. Not just showing.
Yeah, they're in this era where like they're kind of listening. Well, I guess not. They're in this era. We're
finding out that we're in this era that more is less. Like
you know,
make them wait. Make
the
them,
Dark Knight approach of making every suit militaristic and like different and like. It's not.
Those days seem to be gone.
Those days aren't. It's not pleasing audiences anymore. We want Spider-Man looking like comic book Spider-Man. We want all these things, and it seems like Disney's listening. They're going, yeah, we got to give them.
It seems like they're tapping into the zeitgeist a little bit better. The way Tom Holland was talking about, like the fans and how that first day on set,
you're moving like Tom Cruise, man. Like Tom Holland out here moving like Tom Cruise.
That is like strong marketing. That's like a strong, that's a strong vision for like what you want that I just haven't been feeling from Marvel. Like to have him go out on set and open that first day and meet all those fans and stuff. And then you get things like this where it's like, oh, we'll give him teases of Doom and then just at this little marketing expo and stuff like that. Like, I think they're doing a really good job, really like kind of holding back on stuff because I feel like they're understanding their oversaturation of the MCU just being in the zeitgeist is what kind of made the interest die. And I feel like making people kind of yearn and be like, no, I need more. That's where they're really, really hitting the mark in the marketing. And I can't wait for the lead up to this movie, bro. It's crazy
it's an
because
event
this ain't
film.
even Secret Wars. Like,
dude,
it's wild.
We could watch the trailer and it be utter garbage. This movie is making minimum 1.5 at the very.
I'm sure that
minimum.
Trailer will probably be generational. By the way.
Yes, they have to cook it. They know they can't miss with this.
I
movie.
think they know
at
what
least
they
the
have to. I think Disney is pretty confident in what they have here with not only with Doomsday but Secret Wars and just the Russo brothers. Like, just I think they're confident in their vision for what they're doing here. I can't wait to see how this all unfolds because just this little like leak and reveal like the rounds it's making and the conversations that are being held just around it makes me super excited. And like it's crazy because I haven't really felt this way about the MCU since like
they've dropped good movies
almost.
but
like,
there's never been quite a direction
over like No Way Home because No Way Home was kind of like its singular thing. Like it was like
Spider-Man's always
that
been
way
very...
about No Way Home. And
it's like Guardians.
I didn't
Spider-Man
feel that
and
way about
Guardians
the
feel
universe.
very like its own thing, kind of a little bit.
I'm here. The MCU. I hope you're here too.
Is the build up to this great? Not at all. Will that stop me or stop my excitement from seeing the Avengers fight Doctor Doom? You would have to do such horrible shit to do that. I'm not gonna lie. You would have to deliver me the worst movie I've ever seen for me to not enjoy watching the Avengers fighting Doctor Doom. But you guys tell us in the comments below what do you all think about this first look, if it is real. This is assuming it's real. Let us know your thoughts on this entire breakdown, the video, the how he looks in that concept art, anything. And if you made this far and you haven't, please like, subscribe, comment. It helps us out so much. And click that notification bell. I mean, that was the 3 topics for this episode. And, some big, some small, some big news, some small news. But next week, who knows what we'll have to talk about. But, this was double feature. Once again, we're doing these every week. I mean, it's consistent now. I mean, it's kind of consistent now. It just took
Isn't
Peacemaker.
That crazy?
It took a show.
Stay while you can.
This might, as soon as Peacemaker ends, this shit might go back on hiatus, bro. Like, we don't know. But, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. You guys can go ahead and look at the links in the description if you guys want to find further ways to support us. that would be greatly appreciated as well. But thank you for stopping by, watching this episode of Double Feature. It's been your boy Keezy.
It's been your boy Kels.
And hopefully we see you all in the next one.